I've always been a huge sports fan of all the Boston teams. In April 2013, I had tickets to a Bruins game. I was looking forward to them playing against the Buffalo Sabres. But 2 days before the game, on Monday, April 15th, 2013, I was at my regular job working for Reebok at the headquarters store in Canton. At almost exactly 2:50 p.m., one of my coworkers came running out of the office in the back of the store, yelling, "Put the TV on! The marathon is under attack!" People started yelling and panicking everywhere. Then we left our offices and the store to gather around the TV. We stood there like we were watching a horror movie. More and more coworkers and employees came out to stand as one and watch the tragic events on TV. Over the course of the next few days, the city of Boston and the nation were glued to the news, wondering what will unfold in the search for the bombers. The city was on edge, and most of the city was shutting down and terrified about another attack. Many events were canceled. The Red Sox announced they were going to be canceling all the games during the week due to the marathon bombing and heightened security in the city. But the Bruins did something very surprising. The next game was scheduled for Wednesday, the 17th at 7:30, just 2 days after the bombing. That was the game I had tickets for. On Tuesday, the very next day after the bombing, the NHL and Bruins had announced that they were going to play the game and encourage the fans to come out and support the city of Boston. So I'd be able to go to the game after all. What happened that night lifted up the whole city, and I was there. After a lot of waiting and nervousness, it was time for the game on Wednesday night. As we walked into TD Garden, we were there with thousands of other fans arriving. We all started chanting, "Boston! Boston!" as we walked in. As game time grew closer, we made our way to our seats. Then it was time for the game, and also time for the beloved René Rancourt to make his way out and sing the national anthem. If you've never been to a Bruins game live and experienced him sing in person, let me tell you how much fun it is. You actually see him right there singing, getting ready to sing at the game. He enters on a red carpet with more energy than I've ever seen anyone have. He's running out and pointing to all sections, giving out fist bumps as he blares out the anthem with so much enthusiasm and cheers from the audience. But on this day, a very different day for everyone, something was off with him. He still came out running on the ice on his red carpet, but he did not have his usual enthusiasm due to the emotions of the marathon tragedy. As he prepared to sing the anthem, we could see that he was not ready to blare out the anthem as usual. He picked his head up and began to sing. But he was only able to get the first 5 words out, "Oh, say, can you see?" before he suddenly stopped. As he stood there, an amazing and uplifting moment happened. The whole stadium began to sing together, blaring out the national anthem as one. René had then realized the stadium and fans needed to sing the anthem with him as one. We were more than Bruins fans. We were the city of Boston. We began to get louder and louder as the song went on. This gave René and the crowd life. His enthusiasm and voice came back with the crowd. He sang as loud as he could, now with the whole city of Boston singing behind him. His whole body and the crowd came alive. When the anthem came to its final chords, the whole stadium was booming. René pumped his fists once again, while the crowd chanting with him, "Boston! Boston! Boston!" Later that week, the National Sports Network played the weekly top 10 moments in sports. The Bruins game, with the anthem being sung as a city together, was the number 1 moment. Much later, at the end of the year, National Sports Network was counting on the top 10 moments of the whole sports year. Once again, the fans singing as one at the Bruins game on April 17th, 2013, was a top moment in sports. But it was much bigger than sports. Even though we had this tragic event, the marathon bombing, it helped us feel that the city of Boston was resilient and stands as one. I felt that firsthand at that Bruins game, a game that I'll never forget. A game when the stadium and city of Boston united and sang as one to support the city and its people. I'm really glad I was there.